G'day and welcome to my garage. I'm just making some thrust washers to go on the bottom of the door. Got to do 3, don't I? I can't cut them all the way through. I don't have a parting tool long enough. They're 10mm discs.
I drilled down there 6mm.
But it's not wide enough. Come on. Roll 70. Hang on, go here. 22. I've got to go to 62. Now these have to be faced and drilled out to 16. That's the 3 pins. Oh, got a bit of cleaning up to do, but that's the 3 pins. There we go. Oh, the 3 pin pads. Alright. And now for some good light on the subject. Let's see, which light would I like? It's warm. It's cold. That's bright. That looks right. And there we go. That's a good quality of light. There is, being a ring light, there is very little amount of shadow. Actually, you think that, see, there is still some shadows. Can't get all the way around. So when you get right down here, but still plenty of light down there. So I am very well pleased with it. You may be wondering what I'm doing. This bottom bracket I was going to bolt on with 4 10mm or 8mm bolts, but I've got a steel bracket in the inside here, right where the holes are, and it won't allow me to. Won't allow me to bolt it up, so I'll have to weld the bottom one in. The top one has to be bolted in, but the bottom one can be welded. So I'm just putting 2 bolts in here so I can test it before I weld it up. The lower bracket is bolted up on one side. I can't, if I recall, I may have told you earlier that I can't get bolts on the left, what to us is the left hand side. I'm going to have to weld this thing in, but I need to keep it in place so I can measure the length of the door frame, not the door itself. So it comes up to the top here. It's a bit hard to see, I know. Let's see if I can zoom it in. You can see, where are we? There's a nylon pad there, the white thing. Underneath that is the square that's going to be welded into the door, and that's a clamp holding it all together, and it's bolted in place. 2 M10 bolts. One's, let's see, where are we? There's one there and one behind the clamp. You can just see it poking out. So I've already measured it, 1905, between plate and, I've lost it now, it's not going down as far, plate and plate, 1905. So I shall continue on. That's enough chatter. I've bought a new welding helmet. Makes a big difference when you can see something. I'm very happy with that new helmet. Well, as you can see there, the black frame, that's the first piece. Now I'm doing the one on the other side, this side here. There's a steel rack in the corner here. I'm now going to weld this part of the frame in. So I've got my square clamped in up there. Now what I need to do is make sure that there's no twist in it, because I haven't got a big table. I used to use an inside door, but that weathered and buckled. Should have painted it and kept it in a drier location. But I can get around it. The driveway slopes down towards the garage, which means the table slopes down towards the garage. Now I could just use the markings off this, but it's only a simple simple level, just has two markings, too hard to work. So I've got a blocking piece here that will give me the same thickness as that, 50mm. And I've had to block this up, and I've got the edge of the bubble on the right hand line. And that's the same, and this way. Again, the edge of the bubble on the right hand line. And this side has to come up, no, it has to come up there. Along the side of the bubble. Alright, I'll continue to adjust this to get it level. Well, that's the second door frame swinging. G'day and welcome to my garage. Today I'm starting a new project. I've bought some plans to build 3-inch Machinist clamps, or commonly known as can't twist or can't twist clamps. So come in a bit closer and I'll show you what I bought. Oh, you may notice the Hot Wheels washing trolley is functional and being used. So come on in closer. Okay, these are the plans that I bought from D Gray Drafting and Design, and I think they're the same plans or kit that Quinn from Blondie has used recently. I'm not too sure, but I think they are. So this is plans for a 3-inch Machinist clamp kit, or to go with the kit. You can buy the plans separately. They were less than $10 Australian, so why not? It's got a lot of information on here on machining, all the pivot points, the screw, the handle, you know, all that kind of machining. It's really meant to go with a kit which comes with the base materials that then have to be machined. So it's all here. Even the plates, the inner and main. This is the main plate, and the smaller one here is the inner plate. Two of each, they create that leg. The only problem with these drawings is it only gives you an outside dimension. It doesn't give you any dimensions of where these holes are, their drafted position. So I had to photocopy these, create a JPEG, bring it into the drawing program, draw over the top of these to create a drawing of the correct size, because this is not dimensionally correct, and I don't think it's even scale wise it's correct between the vertical and the horizontal, because they supply the plates, and I think these positions are already marked, dimpled or something. I don't have the kit, so I'm starting from scratch. I've got to make these plates myself, hence the length of 100 by 3 mild steel plate. As I said, all the dimensioning here from the raw material. So I've got to find some 5/16 or 8 mil. I've got some 10 mil I can use for pins. I'll make these. I'll cast up these blocks out of our aluminium. This one here is 3/4, so that's 19 mil. I think I've got some 19 or 20 mil bar stock. Threaded pin. It's not the same as that. This is the hinge pin. This is the threaded pin. Bearing pin. It's a bit of 7/16. This is 3/4. I should have some 20. I think I've got a little bit of 25 mil. No, 3/4 is 20 mil, isn't it? So I should have some 20 for that. 8, 12, 16. Yes. The handle's a piece of 3/16 5 mil. That I've got that. The thread is 3/8 10mm rod. Yeah, I've either got 10, if not I've got 12mm. And this is the build notes. So D, grey drafting and design, kits for the home shop machinist. There we go. So, like I said, I put it into my own CAD drawing because I convert everything to metric. Because that's what we operate with here in Australia. Well, it's metric, yes, but if you're an old bloke like I am, you float between metric and imperial. So these are two sides. I will stack two plates together, drill these 5mm, and then I'll take them out to 8mm and 6mm later on. But I'll drill these to actually 4.2 on 4.2 on the bottom plate and thread them. No, I'll use nuts and bolts. I'll drill them out to 5mm and put the two plates together, then I can cut this out in one go. Same, I'll just glue it straight to the plate. Some spray glue. Same with the larger main plate. So let's prepare some plates and start making some shapes.